Thank you. Thank you for coming. I'm quite excited to share our business case over here. Just to let you know, we are not from IT side, we are finance side. If you have an additional question for IT guys, our team is over here to support your questions as well, team, okay? So, let me present it here. I already do the disclosure that we are not from IT side, so we are from corporate audit side. So we are so excited to share our business case here, how we use the data analytics to enhance the efficiency and accuracy of the internal audit testing. So let me provide an overview about PRIO. So PRIO is the largest independent oil and gas company in Brazil. Our operations are concentrated in Rio de Janeiro, campus basin, and usually we export all the production abroad. I mean China, Singapore, United States. Usually we sell all the product that we explore in Brazil, production outside. And then we are focused on revitalize the material field. What does it mean? Usually the major oil and gas company does not have more interest in those fields, and we are pretty appreciate to acquire those fields, revitalize those fields, redevelopment, extend the life of these fields with cost management, make it more efficient and profitable. For us, explore production oil and gas is more than a case, it's a sustainability mission. So we are trying to invest in technology to make it better every day. PRIO, born 10 years ago in 2015. We went from 10 employees at that time. Today, we are about 1,000 employees, plus more third parties, about 1,000 third parties as well. PRIO is the listed in the highest standard governance of the Brazilian stock exchange. We have been growing through merger and acquisition. As you can see, our first acquisition was in 2014. We bought the first field from BP and continued the acquisition. This slide is already an update because when I share with the Teradata, we didn't buy anything in 2014. Last week, we concluded another M&A with Chain of Chain, and now we are a partnership with Equinor in Brazil. So our production, we initiate our production with 5,000 barrels 10 years ago, and now we are at 100,000 barrels production oil a day. And with this merger and acquisition that we performed last week, we are going to put into the production more 40,000 barrels a day. So it's a lot. And then we perform 17 acquisitions, and we invest about $4 billion in those acquisitions. And to give you an idea how our stock exchange has been increased, in the last 5 years, it grew more than 1,000%. And from the beginning of the company, our stocks increased more than 3,000%. So it's a lot. And here's just to share how we think in the internal audit, how we think in the PRIO. We are an innovation company. We are trying to use the technology in favor, not only in the internal department, but in the entire organization. As soon as we know the Teradata, we try to apply this technology in the internal audit, and we have been sharing how it was so good, how it brought some results to the internal department. We were recognized by the IIA, the Institute of the Internal Audit, and we lectured some meetings in Brazil, sharing the same case with other colleagues, and we have been receiving many feedback, good feedback, how to use this technology. We have quarterly meetings with the head of the governance, risk, and compliance heads in Brazil, usually. And today we are here to share our business case, but also to learn with everyone here. And we are trying to use technology to continue improvement in the testing internal audit. Here, I brought this slide, but I'm not the exactly person to explain the data, the detail of this slide. But I prepare my slide this way. I think it's better.
Simple.
I think it's much better. I use artificial intelligence to help me this one. I put in Copilot, help me to translate this and make it easier to explain. But as a finance side, I saw like this way: SAP, Teradata VantageCloud Lake, and Power BI. Yeah. So, and there are so many benefits: centralized data storage, enhanced analytic results, and seamless integration. And when I usually talk with the directors at PRIO, I show these slides. And here, it's how was before implementation the Teradata. Usually in the audit, we have a sample, we have a table that we have to check the support documentation, check the contract, and when you usually have a population over 250 items, we have to sample 25 items to check. And if you bring this example to a supply audit, I would say that I have to check 25 purchase orders, make sure that the purchase orders were properly approved, they have a properly support documentation, and after implementation, using the Teradata VantageCloud Lake, we are able to review, cover 100% of the population. And this population in 1 year, just as an example, it's almost 40,000 items. So we went off from the 25 items for 40,000 items reviewing. And now we are able, with one click in the dashboard, we confirm if the 40,000 items were properly approved. And we do not have to include it anymore in our any audit plan, because it's an ongoing audit. We don't have to put anymore, or we are going to perform the supply chain next year, or maybe in the middle of the year. No, we open the dashboard, one click, we know if all the purchase orders were properly approved. So, and then we can significantly reduce the risk of the process. So, and now Claudio will talk about, brought some example, and then he will provide detail what was it.
Hello, everybody. I'm very pleased to be here and to have you here. My name is Claudio. I work with Alex in the audit department in PRIO. My responsibilities are do evaluation of the internal controls environment, enhance governance by doing risk assessment, providing compliance with laws, regulations, and also verifying operation effectiveness. And also I do lots of data analysis. Why? Because I have to identify high-risk transactions, high-risk areas that we have to verify more closely, and processes that are significant to us, like the supply chain process. More specifically, we are talking about purchase orders, like Alex said. An interesting thing is that auditors, we are not able, it's not feasible to us verify all the transactions that occur in a company. Not us, not any auditor. So we have to use technology to automate as many processes and verifications as we can. So we start this project with our IT team that helps us a lot. And basically what we do, we extract information from our ERP system, SAP. We gather and centralize this information in our Teradata VantageCloud Lake. And our IT team do a great job with data governance to verify this information and ensure to us this is a good information. Because if this information is not validated, it's worthless for our job. Simple as that. In this first case here, and then we display this information validated in our Power BI, where I put some criteria to do some verification. In this one, we put purchase orders with the same amount, same value, and same supplier. Why? Because it's an indicative, maybe it's an error, a duplicated purchase order that can be money going to toilet. So also we have to look at purchase orders made outside the work hours and with out-of-pattern values. Why? Because it can be indicative of fraud. So it's very important to us, these kinds of criteria. We also verify if the purchase order was approved by the right person. We have an internal policy that establishes the right authority to approve each purchase order by value. So we are looking for compliance issues. So if a purchase order were not approved by the right person, we will know. And we will inquire this person responsible and ask for a question. Why did you do that? Why did you are not in compliance with our internal policy? So that's the gain for us. And we are talking about 38,000 purchase orders in just 2024. The next one may bore you because it's more accounting stuff and financial stuff I like a lot, but we are talking about journal entry verification. Here we are talking about more than 900,000 journal entries just in 1 year that we can verify with our dashboard. The first verification we made is about reclassifications, adjustments, reversals. And why is that? Because fraudsters, when they try to perpetrate fraud, they don't write, I'm doing fraud here. It would be easy if they do that, but they don't. So they try to deceive the fraud by using this kind of, I'm just adjusting something, I'm just reversing, I'm just reclassifying some value, and it could be indicative of fraud, so we have to look more closely. Also, we look at complex journals like contingencies, impairments, goodwill that involves subjectivity, criteria, calculations, and can be used for mask the company's results. One very interesting tool, we look at entries that affect assets against results. We are talking about P&L, profit and loss account. So if people, let me say, why is that? Because there is a type of fraud known by misappropriation of assets that people just say, pick an inventory, put in their car, and go home with that. So, and then they access the system, reduce the inventory against the result, the company, saying that it was a loss. So if people in our company do that, guess what? We will know that too. And we will inquire this person, why did you do that? Oh, the inventory got lost. And why? What's the documentation? What are you doing about this? Inventory doesn't got lost. So it's very important to us, to accounting, to compliance, and we use this a lot. I think we have more dashboards. The time permits, no?
Can you go ahead, Daniel?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
okay.
We brought some more slides dashboard that we have been creating in the internal department, not only for the internal department, but also to the business.
I think I speak fast. So.
Once, just to give an overview, once we perform some audit, we gain knowledge of the department, and we go to the IT department and ask, do you have this data in the Teradata? Yes, so let's create a dashboard and support the business well. And it promotes a great result entire the organization. We are the first one, I believe, to use the Teradata in the PRIO, at PRIO. Once we start to share this practice into the business, the other departments are using as well now.
Okay, before I go further, I will talk about this slide because being transparent, now we are very good in looking at the past, being descriptive analysis. But we want to look further, we want to look at the future, so we want to predict things to happen, to be more predictive, more prescribed, and so we need to use artificial intelligence to establish these trends for us, the probability of a purchase order being an error, being a fraud, being not in compliance with our policies. So we have a great path to that because, as I said, our IT team did a very great job. Our data is gathered, centralized in one, let me say, hub that we can access. This data is verified, validated, so I think we have a bright future.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Please.
Thank you, not thank you. Next one.
Go to the other one, yeah.
We have
go?
lots more. We think we won't have time for that. This one is the tax dashboard. So monthly, we do circularization to our attorneys. The attorneys returns us these lectures with the probable cause of our lawsuits. So we compare these lectures with the amount that is in our liability, in our balance sheet. So it's accounting stuff to assure that our information to the market is very precise. Also, for regulatory, we have to have certificates with local tax agents that we have to monitor to ensure that this certificate is valid. So we monitor the certificates too and go to our tax lawyers and say, oh, this certificate is not valid anymore, you have to, or are going to expire, so you have to do some action to renew them.
What next? Let me try.
Next one.
Accounting.
Accounting. It's a consolidation because we have many types of lawsuits. We have regulatory ones, civil ones, labor ones. So for our accounting department, it's very difficult to reconcile all the lectures from our attorneys because there is a lawyer here, no, so I can.
yeah, the attorney.
I won't say it's no.
Yeah, let me help you. Just to give you an overview, we have 3 legal department PRIO, yes. And we receive a bunch of letters. First of all, what we do is, through macro, we are not using Teradata yet. We got this PDF convert in a table using macro, consolidate all the information, update in the dashboard. And then we can combine the value of this case with the amount that we have liabilities in the balance sheet. And then those 3 departments provide now a dashboard that connect with the dashboard in the accounting department, and then they conciliate with the data that we have in the Teradata. Yeah. And once you have this information promptly, we are make sure that our amount in the balance sheet, in the liability are correctly or not, or if you have a huge variation from the previous quarter.
Yes, before they have to copy and paste each one because the format that lawyers give to us is not very friendly, is not tabular, so they have to tabular in Excel spreadsheets. Now they don't have to do anymore.
And yeah, and usually lawyers like to use the words.
Yeah, slide, no.
Or they combine the cell in the Excel spreadsheet. It's not good.
They write the value is 100,000. Just put 100,000. Don't need to write the stance. Okay, next one. I have time.
I think you're in time.
Let's go until the time is over.
Do you want to explain or can I help?
Go ahead.
This is an administrative. It's another kind of audit that we usually perform. We review if they are spending the money correctly, and then after we perform this audit, we go again to the Teradata and confirm that the data was available for that, and then we create another dashboard. And based on that, we can check the analysis of the amount that they have been spending along the years, and with a one click, we can separate expenses from G&A and corporate, and the corporate card as well of the directors, if they are traveling a lot or not. We are make sure to confirm that those data are properly analyzed. And then we Cloud created this dashboard, brings to the administrative department.
Yes, now they can see by cost center who is spending more, with what supplier, and now they can also eliminate some suppliers to reduce their base because some suppliers do the same thing. So now they have this visibility, and also for budgeting, what month they expend more. So for forecasting, it's very great for them.
I think there's one more.
I think it's one more. There's a lot of.
That's the last one, Daniel. This one was prepared to help the accounting department as well, G&A. G&A administrative, and I forgot the G. General and administrative expenses. So it was required by the accounting department. They request us just to make sure that they analyze the G&A properly as well. And then we just create, it's a simple, but it comes from Teradata as well too.
Okay.
And we spread out how to use the data in the company.
They want to know horizontally what are the peaks, or I don't know, the peaks, the tops, and the valleys of this data to verify the trends and also to verify the information that we are disclosing to the market. So we are here talking about compliance with accounting regulations to our CVM, like SEC for the US. So it's very important to them to have this visibility.
Yep.
There is more.
There are many.
A busy year.
This is the last one.
This is the last
Yeah.
one.
You're on time.
I promise. This one was requested by our budgeting area. It's a budgeting versus actual, so they can forecast the company expense. So when people access this dashboard that is in our workspace, yes, workspace that our IT team provide to us. Thank you very much for this workspace, working very well. They access the dashboard, reads the email, so these people they can see the information about the cost center, their cost center, and they can visualize if they are above or ahead the budgeting for the year, and so they can also do forecasts and help the budget area to also monitor these expenses and with what they are expensing more.
That's it.
I think that's it.
That's it.
Thank you, guys. If anybody has any questions, please put your hand up. We've got a microphone coming around. But just to kind of get started, you are the business. So you obviously have a technical partner, probably even in the room. And how has your technical partner kind of really engaged with you to make you so successful?
Okay. Most of the time. Hello? Most of the time. We believe that IT is a crucial role in supporting us on this implementation of this tool. And also, they are help us to choose the right tools. That I mean, the right tools is configurability, integrity, and availability. So I believe that the partnership that we have the IT team since the beginning are continuing growth because, as we mentioned in one slide, we want to implement the artificial intelligence in our process. And have this contact with them is very important for us.
Yes, first of all, they create the tool for us, so it's very nice. Also, they do data governance to ensure the data is, as I said, is great information, it's a validated information, so we can use it. And also, when we open the tickets, they resolve the tickets, and after they close the tickets. Thank you.
Well, we've just got a question.
I think there's a question.
You're getting a response, actually, a question from your own team.
Not a team, a fan.
Thank you.
You were user area, business area. How long you take confident to work with the solution, with the architecture? Because when we are from IT, it's easy for us. But how long you take this, your team?
To create those
abilities and use this as simple.
Become competent with the tools.
Yeah, let me just give an overview. We are the audit team at PRIO. We're a pretty small team. We have to have technology in our favor. Claudio is with us 1 year, and we implemented this, I think we believe, starting the end of the last year. And after you use or create the first dashboard, we already talk with the IT support team, and then we continue growth and growth, growth. I would say that less than 1 year, we have been implementing many dashboards and gaining results as I share with you. We have been share this data, this information with other governance, risk, and compliance heads in Brazil. We have been invited with other companies like Total, Chevron to share this case because it was constructed by Claudio, everything. We are doing some course in Power BI, but the difference that we think in the business, in the internal department, because we think like auditors, because everyone knows how to use the Power BI, but they don't know how to connect the data and get red flags for us.
Yes. I think few months, because when I start, I don't trust them right away. So I extract reports from Teradata and compare to SAP reports, and they were matching. So in few months, I believe I get the trust needed to use the platform.
Yeah, and based on an annual audit plan that you have to perform the audit, now we include another task in our daily base. Once you have finished the audit, we go back to the dashboard and analyze those information. What you are looking for right now is how how the information could be analyzed by someone automatically. Because now we create so many dashboards, so many data, and now we have to consume it, analyze, and share this result with the C-levels. And now we need more hands to analyze those information.
Robotic hands. Okay.
Talk again. It'll come on. No, it'll come on. Yep.
Okay. So you say that at first you had to compare the numbers from SAP to be sure. I would like to know, what do you do today to ensure that you are not losing any information in the process?
I still do this process every month. When we create something new, we always verify the information with the source to be ensure that it's complete and is accurate. But also, we are out department. When we identify some red flags, we increase areas. If the information was wrong, they will tell us immediately that we are looking for some not good information. And it will be a red flag for us to call our IT team to resolve this problem. Of course, sometimes, but we can, in few days, resolve.
Thank you.
Another question
There's
over
a
here.
question right over on the other side. Maybe just why we're walking over for there. I've always find that when business teams get these new tools, you ramp up, you get capable with the tool.
Yeah.
Where do you think the next generation, you talked about predictive, I mean, clearly you're kind of on the journey of becoming very competent data people, and you, like, is predictive and starting to automate all of the processes, is that the next step as you see it?
Yeah. That's the next step. The new year, in the new future year, we're going to come here again, I hope so, to share this new case using the artificial intelligence. We don't know as a business, we're looking for. We came here to listen about the artificial intelligence. In the morning, the chief information officer was talking about how many artificial intelligence, I think 50% of the people are consuming the data, but there is a time to consume and to learn how to use artificial intelligence. But what you can see in the internal audit department in Brazil with other business company, we didn't identify anyone using the artificial intelligence yet.
Not in Brazil.
We are going to so many congress, so many events looking for artificial intelligence. Everyone is talking about artificial intelligence, but you didn't see anything true, factual.
Yeah.
But that we're talking with our team in order to support us on the implementation of the artificial intelligence, to support this analysis, because there are so many information right now.
Agreed.
To make a decision.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I think the major risk we want to cover with AI is fraud. So as we talk about purchase orders, we think with AI we can do predictive analysis and trends. I think the robot can analyze the information and identify some patterns, so they can red flag for us what could be fraud that with only our eyes it will be pass imperceptible. I don't know the word. Not visible for us to watch, and the machine can visualize too and establish this kind of pattern. I think for fraud risk management, it will be great.
Yeah.
We'll have to stay tuned for possible 2025. But there's a question over on the left here.
You actually read my mind. That was kind of exactly the question that I wanted to answer, and I think you gave a great answer to that. Thanks.
Thank you.
Any other questions? No? Well, thank you, gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Round of applause for the team. And it is indeed sad that this is the end of the Brazilian session.
Oh.
I know, we were all a little bit sad about that. The next session, I can't remember exactly what time it started, maybe 3, if anybody's can nod their head or, sorry, 3? 3, thank you. 3, we actually have the Chief Technology Officer of the Americas from Teradata who's going to come in and have a chat to us about some of the trends that he's seen and how they are being addressed. So, it'll be very much focused on data and data management and all the exciting things that we've been talking about, but it'll be sort of a perspective of hundreds of customers consolidated into one. So please come back at 3. Looking forward to seeing you all then. Again, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.